I'm very dangerous.
Yeah, and so is this next trailer coming up because it has not had a lot of.
Oh, here we go.
Yay!
A lot of traction.
We got a teaser to this. No, this is the teaser.
Yep.
What did we see on this before?
It was
We
woke.
talked.
We talked about
the
wokeness.
wokeness of it.
The wokeness.
This one, right?
That
This was the one that was the woke one.
The one that's the golden of all the others.
This is the one that people have been complaining about. Is woke and also getting flack because Rachel Zegler, the main actress, does not like the original story.
Okay.
And has actively trashed the original story.
So,
I know they
so didn't we watch another trailer?
We never watched the trailer.
We never watched a trailer for this one. We did
there
watch.
Wasn't there another one?
There was an anti-woke Snow White trailer that we did watch.
Okay, yeah.
I'm waiting to see the Bambi trailer.
Because they didn't like the idea of this.
I want to know what Bambi's cooking.
I can't wait.
Well, you don't have to
How
wait.
do you make Snow White woke? I mean, it's a rhetorical question.
Well,
it's rhetorical, okay?
Well,
it's rhetorical.
But Disney answered you.
Yep.
She's not white.
Nope.
So that's
not at all.
There you go.
Whoop! There it is.
Oh yeah. Now I remember.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Which I feel like we could have gotten through. Like somebody could have tried to make that work. But then Rachel went out of her way to say that she thinks the original story is weird and creepy. So
it is. I mean, in general, like
need to sit down and
with the weird dude you meet out of nowhere with the kissing and the waking you up, that is kind of weird.
Yeah.
If you take out all the context.
If you take out the
Just keep it closed. Shut up.
Yeah, if you take out the context of what he was trying to do to help her, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, yeah.
But, like, come on. You could say that about a lot of stories. You just remove the context, like, yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, but she said it about her story, which is crazy to me. That would be like if I got like, you all know that I don't like Star Wars, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that I don't like Darth Maul. But if I were to be cast as Darth Maul, I wouldn't go out of my way to then talk the movie that I would be playing in if I was the main character in the Darth Maul movie.
Oh, you're going to be quiet. You're going to play this thing? Get your cash.
Well, no, I would just say that I don't necessarily like the character, but that I was going to try and portray it well.
Yeah.
Like my own version of it.
I
wouldn't go out and say
it's a fair answer.
The entire history of Darth Maul as a character. It's for pedophiles and people that just don't respect. Like, I wouldn't go out there and just shit talk Star Wars after they don't cast me to be the main character in the movie.
All right.
He was better in the cities.
All right. I'm ready to see them 7 little people.
Yeah. We're going to keep this intro. Get out to this.
Get out!
Teaser trailer.
That's
Get
out! Because we woke around here. We don't use that language.
Oh no.
Just like what you guys wanted.
She said, dwarfs!
It's Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs.
Snow White and the 7 little people.
7 dwarves.
He's one of them. Oh my goodness! We need to get you an outfit, so.
They were roasting Snow White.
Oh, they were cooking. Like, I know they were
I
making fun
mean,
of her forehead.
What
They were like,
but that's the kind of hair she got, though.
I know, but they were all like, why she want to be like her?
It's Bambi.
Not the Bambi I know. He flipped the car.
You know, I don't see any problem with this.
I see nothing wrong with it. Look, they had you in the background.
Okay, so what were people complaining about this?
Well, you know, because we have to be so vocal about what things are, you know. She's not white.
That is a nice outfit. They got the colors down pat.
The
The
colors
dwarfs
are
are
very nice.
Them dwarves, though.
But it doesn't.
Okay.
I'm happy to see it in real time.
But that's I think people get so really caught up on the details, and then that becomes the only thing that the movie is.
Yeah.
So,
Like I said.
and then when the trailer comes out, everyone's like, "Oh, why do we talk so much before we see the final product?" I don't know. People are just stupid, including us on the couch. We
Though I will
we
say,
do the same thing.
she didn't necessarily help with her press.
Right, exactly. That's what I mean.
Like it was kind of a mix of the two things.
They do. That's what we don't understand it. They did the same thing with this with Acolyte. Like when they talk before the thing comes out about doing the press conferences and things. Sometimes it just they say the things that people don't want to hear, and it just
Like I'm saying,
it gives bad impressions of what the movie is
They're
because
seeing
people get
with
so
their
caught up on the
ears
details.
instead of seeing with their eyes.
Yeah. Overall, I do think that this looks pretty good. The only thing that was like pre-mentioned that I will agree does not work, but it also didn't work in the original Snow White. I didn't understand why this was a part of the plot point. Is them casting Gal Gadot as the evil queen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby, but she too pretty for you. Like, this movie gonna have to work hard
Very.
for me to believe that she is jealous of this one. Some other shit gotta happen. She gotta like inherit the throne. She gotta be like a thorn in her side. Like she gotta do some type of shit.
Gotta be something.
Cause I'm sorry, like
something serious and fierce
That's
to
what
make
some
her
of
think
the
this.
memes were about.
Yeah.
Because they're just all like, what?
Now that you mention it, I didn't even realize that was
Whoops.
Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, they're gonna have to figure it out and not cheat us.
So
Reverse cheat us
Renee,
with this.
right?
Rachel.
Rachel.
Rachel
So they
Zegler.
so they did her a disservice by casting Gal Gadot.
Yes, I would.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I would see it.
Yeah.
Because it looks like at least from this teaser, which again, there's not much to say about her acting, but she looks like she's playing the character well. Like, Snow White's not one of my favorite Disney movies at all, by far. I genuinely don't care about it as a property, but I will at least say that she is enacting it in the way that I remember the movie.
Yep.
Like, I can't. I don't see anything wrong with this, but with that being said, I probably wouldn't go see it either.
Yeah,
Just because I grew up with the original Snow White, and I feel the same way about that movie that I feel about this one. I don't see anything wrong with it. It was a thing of its time. It made history in animation, and that's pretty much it.
Yep, that's pretty much what I agree with. I don't think it's the strongest Disney story. I don't think that it's particularly great. I will say
There's no red bone.
she said that.
You should get it later.
Nah.
You should probably get it later. You never know. It's close. It's close.
Yeah.
Her level up is with the bow.
Well, yeah, that's when her armor.
Well, she is supposed to be more prominent in this movie. I do remember her saying, actually.
I know that you've told me before that your version of Snow White is different, and it's more of a 2022 version of Snow White. What did you mean by that?
Yeah, so how do you do that?
I mean, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird. So we didn't do that this time. I know that you've told me before that.
She goes on to say that Snow is more prominent in this movie, and that the prince doesn't really save the day as much, in her opinion. Now, the way that she says it, I do agree, makes her look bad, because the way that she says it is yeah, he doesn't really do much. He could get cut from the movie, and that's just how it would be. That's just show business. Is how she. And it's like it's her demeanor in these interviews that when people saw that Snow wasn't going to be a wife woman, made them go like, oh, Disney just doesn't care about this property at all.
Yeah.
Because they have her acting in it. Which I don't, it's like, it's not fair for the reason that they hopped on the boat. But the reason that made them stick around, I'm just like, dang, why did you fan their flames? So I do agree that she looks good. I am kind of in the camp where I was just like, Snow White probably should be white because the nature of her character says that she is, but I don't care enough about the story to defend it.
Right. And like, because her skin color is not what it is in the original, doesn't change how the character is in the movie, then it really doesn't matter in the long run to me.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's not like her skin complexion is so far removed from being white that it's distracting.
I agree with that too, yeah.
Like, if she was dark skinned, then we could be like, I mean, I feel like other things should be different.
But I will say that because we had this conversation with when Von L was on here, and I stand by the proponent that if the character is like their ethnicity is important to the idea of their character, then they should probably be portrayed the same way. But most white characters aren't, and that's the reason why I don't care about them being flipped. Snow White is literally the only. Snow White and Iron Fist are the only two characters that I'm just like, the idea of them being white is like part of the story. But even for Snow White, it's just like that had no consequence on the story other than the name.
Yeah, and the fact that just the way that the story described her in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
But
it wasn't integral to the plot.
Yeah. Because we had that conversation with Vano about like Batman, to where it's just like, Batman can be whatever ethnicity because there's never been a story I've ever seen in my life where they were just like Bruce Wayne being white is the story. But I'll at least give it to people who want to die on this hill that at least they did say her skin was white as snow, and that's why they called her Snow White. But that's if that's the hill they need to die on.
Snow White.
Because whenever people have this conversation, they get into like arbitrary dumb arguments, like, would you want Black Panther to be played by a white man? And I'm just like, I mean,
Black Panthers are black, and if he's wearing a black suit that's reminiscent of a Black Panther, then I mean, you're just gonna say he's not Black Panther? He's got on a suit.
I would just say just create White Wolf.
But it is kind of redundant.
Yeah, but I mean that's the point of the character,
right? But there are
Yeah, because he's an African king.
Yeah,
and that's the story.
Yeah,
but
so
I'm just like
like I said, you'd have to change other details to make it fit.
Yeah, because typically when minority characters are introduced in the story,
it has something.
Their ethnicity has something to do with it. Yeah, exactly.
It could be South Americans.
Exactly. Like if they went out of their way to explain it, I don't think that I would care. But they're like the argument that people have, because we had this argument with Deadshot for when Will Smith played him when he switched genders. We're having it for Snow White. I'm just like, I feel the same way that I do with like sex and occupations. The occupation don't care who's performing a task, as long as you can perform it. It's the same thing. Most stories do not focus on ethnicity in that deep sense. They can be whatever. And from how she's singing right now, she can sing and she looked good in the dress. That's all that Snow White was there for. And sleep.
And she doesn't really, and because of the way that they've made this, like the lighting and the colors and whatnot, she doesn't necessarily look not white.
Yeah.
So it's not that big a deal.
I mean, nobody Nobody had a
It just happened. Just so happened the actor is not white, but it doesn't really matter because it's not like, oh, this time around we're gonna make Snow White not white, and you're gonna know it.
Yeah.
and
And
they were quiet with the situation.
You're
with
gonna
Wonder
feel
Woman.
her not whiteness.
And not to harp too much on it, but for everybody that keeps trying to defend the idea that they say her skin is as white as snow, the point of Snow White was to speak on her purity of a person, which is why the evil queen hates her so much, because it's like she has everything without having everything, and it keeps drawing people away from the queen. It was supposed to just be like an allegorical or a metaphorical aspect of the story.
Yeah.
Her skin was as white as snow,
Yeah, white,
just as her morality and her purity of person.
White represents
And
purity.
she was happy with life.
And didn't really care about riches or
No.
fame or being like popular or using it to her advantage or whatever.
She enjoyed
That
it.
was the point of the damn story
Yep.
that I feel like most of y'all missed.
Forgot it.
I don't even like Snow White, and I was just like, I get it.
Well, the actress
The
clearly
people
missed that
making
part.
these arguments
Mhm.
don't care about that aspect. That's my opinion.
No, I agree. Because they're foolish and churlish.
Churlish.
Caters and the plural.
It's
They are
more than-
children.
The caters and the plural.
Yeah, because it's just like y'all finding crap to complain about.
So is this
And I
the
haven't seen-
Huntsman? Are
Um,
we getting the Huntsman in here?
I think
He's
that
not. He's not in here. He's not in the trailer.
But we saw him in the last trailer. A couple trailers ago.
Because if he's, I'm assuming he's not going to be some kind of
I
prince.
thought that was him. Isn't
Oh.
this supposed to
Oh,
be?
oh, okay.
Possible.
Probably. He's the only other dude in here.
No.
See, no bow.
Snow White.
I need it.
You need the bow.
I need the bow. Her head is missing something on the top there.
Forehead.
But yeah, overall, I'm glad that this doesn't look bad.
That dude looked like a young Brock Lesnar.
It looks like a Disney movie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
They
this
just gotta get over it.
They gotta make her look uglier somehow.
And
I
they're
mean,
gonna
When,
have
when she put on that
and
crown
they're
and you can
gonna
see
have-
her in the mirror, I mean, it's
Trey,
kind of
they're gonna
like,
have to have a full. They're gonna have to make the
There's-
reason
yeah,
of
yeah,
the
keep
hate
going, keep
because
yeah.
Yeah,
they
hell
got this
no.
backwards.
It's hard to make that look ugly.
hell no.
Exactly.
Tried to make that look ugly.
Well, look at this. She ain't even looking at you, and it feel like she's staring into your soul.
Yep. You just feel the aura.
Blank, emotionless.
She does a good job, but like you said, she is not uglier. But she's no. You know what? You know what? You know what? I give okay. Let's go this way. She's got
Wait, and before, because I know somebody gonna try and bring out, why would you bring up the metaphorical thing of this, but then bring up the evil queen being physically prettier? Because the evil queen cares about the physicality. Like, that's the whole flaw of her character.
Yeah.
She's seeing things for the vain way. You're supposed to read it for the deep emotional way.
And they're not understanding the context.
Right.
Nor looking and reading the tea leaves.
Yes.
so. Like I was saying,
Mm-hmm.
the queen has body dysmorphia.
Mm-hmm.
So we, as the audience, may not perceive the beauty in the way that she does
Mhm.
because she sees herself as less than Snow White for whatever reason.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's how I have to to make this make sense in my
You're
brain.
justifying
You're
it that way.
justifying, okay.
Using that left side of the brain.
So just
That's what I'm talking
But
about.
I actually like that explanation.
Mm-hmm.
right, because you have to
It's
go
good.
there.
Yeah.
You have to go there because I mean, unfortunately, the beauty is the thing that exists, and Gal Gadot is prettier than the other woman.
100.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
True.
So
Pretty.
Beauty is
Yes, they're both pretty.
They're both, yeah.
I'm not. I didn't say that the other one wasn't pretty,
I know
Yeah.
you didn't say
but
that.
She's not Gal
See-
Gadot pretty.
There's
That's it.
levels to this.
they don't look the same.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Gal Gadot had the same hairdo as Snow White.
Might be able to pull it.
They'd be on an even playing
They
field.
might
Level
be closer
playing
to the same, but like I said, it's hard to make this woman look ugly.
Yeah, like
They could have done it. They would have had to put some like stuff on her face
But I don't think they did it.
to do it.
They didn't want to do
Yeah,
it.
prosthetics. That's the word.
Did not want to mess with the
Yeah,
moneymaker.
like they're gonna have to really sell the idea of her like either wanting to be pristine
No,
or whatever,
I don't think they
and
have
then
to.
think they do. That's the story. You can't be on here, magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? And then
Bars.
compare your fair features to somebody else that don't got them.
That is a fact.
Because then what the magic mirror showing me this bitch for?
Because the story says so.
Yeah.
Well,
They don't necessarily have to.
This nigga in the mirror trolling
question
me.
is then, how is the mirror judging beauty?
Yeah, he's judging it by the standard of her beauty of character. Like
Yes.
she's the epitome
There
of
we
beauty
go.
in the
So-
world.
So that could play into the whole
Right.
story.
That's the whole
'Cause
point.
She is prettier,
Right.
Than,
But-
I'm not saying that she is.
Yeah.
Most people are probably going to think she's prettier,
Mhm.
the evil queen.
Mm-hmm.
So it could play into
Yeah.
the story just fine without the justification.
Right. Exactly. And
Well, no, see, I would say that is
Trey,
the justification.
Trey
they
says-
just have to.
Trey says what Trey says is right. I do think that the whole point is not physical beauty.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And that she's hung up on it,
On
thinking that it is physical
Yes,
beauty.
yes.
Yeah.
Smoking.
It just, you really have to sell it because in the cartoon, you can kind of get away with it because Snow White was younger
Right.
and she was going to develop into the idea of like her beauty.
But Gal
As she
Gadot's
grew up.
ageless. They just got the wrong girl. I'm sorry. They just should have picked an older looking woman. Slightly a pretty woman who's just older, who just has an older,
Yeah.
motherly,
Yeah, I could see that.
motherly look to her.
Contorted.
Like
She-
if they had picked,
She fits the persona.
what was her name? Regina
Virginia
in
from
Once Upon a Time. Yeah.
That-
If
Yeah,
that
it worked.
actress had done it, then I would believe it because she looks so much older, and the idea of like the vanity of her getting older than Snow White could drive her like crazy, and I could believe it.
Because she
for-
wants to
Yeah.
I believe it. I'm just saying.
to
that's
land.
it.
She
Yeah.
wants to be young.
Mhm. This one, I'm just like, all right,
It's
but
not cracking.
But I like.
if
but I
you
like
walk-
her.
like just hang with me for a second. F this mirror. If she walks outside, I don't believe that her subjects are being like, yeah, you ugly.
Yeah.
Like,
Trey gonna be like.
That's what I'm saying.
Trey gonna
So,
be like SpongeBob.
I need
so you have to sell for the evil queen to be plausible or believable. You have to sell the idea that she has body dysmorphia.
body dysmorphia that I don't know, Snow White won a popularity contest. That
Well,
she's been
like-
working on herself or whatever. Like she got the nails and everything.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the body dysmorphia idea
Yeah.
isn't required because the queen wants to be the best at everything.
Mhm.
But the mirror is saying, no, it's not you, it's this person.
Mhm.
And that alone is what's going to drive her nuts.
Yeah,
Right?
but
Um,
that's enough for a cartoon. That ain't enough for this. She's too because
but
all she got to do is go outside and fact check.
it's the vanity.
Trey said, "I want to."
It's the vanity in needing that not justification, that verification. She
Mhm.
needs that external verification
Mm-hmm.
because she doesn't believe it in herself,
Right.
and that helps make her character more ugly,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Like she'll show us her flaws,
Yeah.
yeah,
but I guess that's more along the lines of what I'm saying. It has to.
Come out
We have to see her
in our
flaws.
actions. Yeah.
Yeah, based off what she's doing. And the cartoon could get away with not showing it because it was trying to teach a lesson. Same as, I guess, the original book. But you got to imagine what they looked like by reading it. In the cartoon, you didn't really have to think about it because it was just trying to teach the lesson of, like the moral of the story.
The medium comes with its challenges.
Yeah, for this one, it's just like you're comparing real people,
And unfortunately, you chose Gal Gadot.
like it could be something as simple because I've never heard her sing before, right? That Gal Gadot can't sing and Snow White can,
Yeah.
and that just pisses her off. And then she goes and asks the mirror, "Who's the fairest of them all?" And she's just like, "Oh, it's Snow White," and she just doesn't let it go. It can be petty, but it has to be something believable to where I'm like, okay, she didn't just wake up like in the cartoon one day, ask a mirror on the wall who's the fairest, and then the mirror says Snow White. I'll be like, all right, bitch.
Now,
You
they're
gotta do something for me.
it's like they're trying to put off the same energy as Angelina Jolie did in
Maleficent?
in Maleficent or Sleeping Beauty or whatever, however you want to, because wasn't she in both of those? Was she? Yeah, right.
She was in both too.
She was Maleficent and Maleficent.
Okay, but who was
Maleficent is Sleeping Beauty, though.
Okay. I couldn't remember if they made
They made 2 Maleficent movies.
Okay. Yep. There we go.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so she gives me that same energy as the Evil Queen, Gal Gadot does. But
yeah, but in fairness, in that one, they also did a whole backstory of Maleficent knowing
right, and it's not about beauty.
What's her
either.
faces?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not about beauty, but in the same vein, it wasn't like Maleficent just showed up to the castle and was upset that she wasn't invited and then cursed the child. There was a whole backstory of her knowing the dad, and then her being ostracized for being a fairy or whatever she was. The dad cutting off her wings, and then her not being invited to the birth of the child was the thing that like sent her over the edge. That while I don't necessarily vibe with those movies, it was effort to make it more understandable why somebody would go out of their way to do it, and I appreciate that. And that's one more along the lines of what I'm saying should be here. Now, I hope that it's better than Maleficent, because they did that damn Spider-Man thing where they took a villain and tried to make them heroic for no reason with my goddamn Maleficent, my favorite Disney villain.
Not his villain.
Y'all got the nerve and audacity to try and rewrite her story.
The audacity.
Didn't even make her the goddamn dragon in the end.
I'm so done.
I was waiting for the dragon too.
I mean, we got the dragon. She just turned her crow into it instead of her being it herself, and then she had to save the day.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
Oh, spoiler alert.
I don't give a fuck that much. So, as long as we don't do some dumb shit like that.
Thank you.
That's right.
But we got, what was it? Snow White and the Huntsman? Way back, however many years ago. But y'all ain't want to complain about that one, and that story was stupid. So
Yeah, I'm sure there were people complaining.
not enough, because you want to know why?
No, you had
What was her face?
yeah,
Kristen
girl.
Stewart?
Yeah, girl. She don't the non-smiling girl in there.
That's right.
No,
But you want to know what she is? Flight. So
Wait, what was it? What was it? You over there like, I need it.
Okay.
no, that's how they were.
Okay.
They'll tell you that movie was bad, but I did not see as much hate for that movie
Because
as the
people
idea of
didn't
this
care
movie.
as much as they do now.
Because they're
I understand. I got you.
The word woke wasn't a thing back then.
it was a thing, but it wasn't
It
as
was
popular as it
definitely
was now. Like, it wasn't mainstream. The word woke was like
It was.
anime.
It meant something else.
Yeah, it meant something that actually stood
Yes.
for something.
Yes,
back in the
exactly.
day. Now it's just a buzzword that people throw out
Yeah,
when they don't know why they're upset about something,
It's
other than being racist.
it's DEI.
Or sexist, or both in a lot of cases, which is very strange. Because now you're just going down checking out boxes of being a douchebag and not wanting to admit to the fact that you just don't like other people.
I know this is off topic. Trey, do you remember Snow White and the Seven Thugs?
I'm going to the.
Sounds like a really
I'm
bad
I'm going to the bumper. I'm going to the bumper. I have to. Good Lord.
I hope.
But you know what? I guarantee you that's what people thought when we were getting this.
What do you mean she's not white? Oh,
She's gonna be
please.
bringing her homies.
Black people.
I've legitimately seen people say, her name is Snow White, not Brown Sugar. I was just like, oh, come on. God damn it.
You know what? For the memes, I wish she was. But honestly, you know, like,
Brown sugar.
for the actress being what she is, I'm just
Nah, that could be the secret.
like, it's not like they tried to make her as dark as possible.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they actually tried to do the opposite. I think they tried to lighten her skin with the lighting.
Like,
Yeah, I agree.
Like, she's already light skinned.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, and it really doesn't matter what her skin tone is. It's because of the way she looks in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm gonna tell them, ain't nothing changing. Y'all gonna suck it up. It's coming out next year in 25 in March
Yeah.
Now her hair should be darker,
21st.
and she needs a red bow.
Get over it.
Anyway.
What's done is done.
But her skin color don't matter.
Yeah.
Case closed.
And in this light,
But even
she looks. She does not look. She looked like about a shade on the color drop darker. Like you can't even do a color swatch for her skin right here. This is like the whole graphic. They're on the same color, but this is just like a drop.
Remember when they said they made Ariel black?
Yes.
In
Now-
color terms,
Mhm.
she is a single L star darker
Yeah.
than the
Yes.
Just a change
Right.
of a degree.
So
one L star.
now they said, at least we've been saying this, Snow White is not white. We haven't been saying that Snow White is black.
Yeah.
We said that Little Mermaid is black.
Mm-hmm.
But she's a mermaid.
No. Little Mermaid's black. She's not white.
Mm-hmm.
Mermaid.
That's all I'm
and-
saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. They,
Look, I ain't dealing with that.
The
Look,
different-
the movie comes out. Y'all gonna get it. Y'all can whine, complain. Y'all can watch the older movie in the vault. You can do whatever you need to.
I think
It's happening.
I
There's gonna be
pers-
coloring
I-
books. There's gonna be
personally,
pop figures.
I think it's fun to poke,
everything.
I think it's fun to poke at it.
No,
I really don't care.
I
yeah.
don't care neither. But
As long as they're
They
having
just
fun. I will say that Rachel
chattering for
Zegler
no
probably
reason.
needs to stop doing interviews. Though.
100%.
she
Like,
needs to. She
I-
needs to shut
I don't-
the f up.
In terms of this movie, I don't
Just
think
keep
that she's
quiet.
interviewing well for this movie. But
Bro,
that's
she need to stay
that's about
quiet
it.
She does
Either
not,
that or have
all through the premiere.
or
Everything.
be with her co-stars when
She
she's
just
talking.
she just doesn't portray the beauty that Snow White is supposed to portray.
I think she portrays the beauty of Snow White fine.
No,
I just think, like in her character as a person.
in real life.
Yeah.
Mm.
I even still, because she's trying to have fun with it, I just don't like that she
Diminishing.
she
She's
doesn't
dim-
like the story,
She's diminishing.
and she
the
actively will
original
talk
source
about
material.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's-
She
she's not.
just needs-
She's not respecting the source material, and I don't think that's cool.
She just
Yeah.
needs to shut the f up and just let this movie happen. She's got
Makes
a
her look
year and
ugly.
a couple months
Yes.
to change.
Yeah.
It's still happening.
Yeah.
But
that
but for
I
to the
think
meantime,
you-
she needs
you
to shut
touched-
the f up.
you,
Don't say
you
anything
said the
no
right
more.
words.
Yes.
Christoph said the right words just now, that the interviews make her look ugly, and that's the major issue. It's not that she is. It's not that I think like what she's trying to say, even though I think it's like bizarre, her delivery is necessarily wrong or I disagree with it. It's that the way she's talking about it makes her look ugly as a person, in contrast to one of the most pure of heart characters
Yeah.
known in fiction.
Man,
Yeah.
I feel like that's fair to say. So,
the
yeah.
animated
That's-
and
yeah.
the Disney.
That pretty
vault.
much sums it up right there.
yeah.
Go me.
Yeah. Find something that you like about it, Rachel. Just if you only like your version, then just talk
Snow
about
White's
something
a
you're
woman.
excited for.
That's what she likes about it.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's it.
She wants to feel strong in the movie. That's
That's
cool
good.
too.
It's a strong take.
Yeah.
Yeah, nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, you
If
should.
you like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your
In that
friends.
case, you've been strong and
We're on our way to our first 1,000
1,000.
000.
in the C2 circle.
Yeah.
Take it away, Trey. Can't remember the rest.
Hit the bell notification
Yeah.
where you stay tuned with all our updated videos. It'll keep you tuned in. Definitely join the squad. It will not charge a card.
Yeah. You can also check out the link in the description. That's a link to all of our socials, including our Discord page, the C2 Circle. There you can become a champion of the ring and be around for all the content that's going to be lined up next week. We go live around
7 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time around the dot.
on Thursday.
What Thursday said.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it. That second comment. I knew somebody was going to be on the set of that.
I mean, of course. Like I said, Gal Gadot is in the movie. That's all we're gonna look at.
Yeah, but I knew somebody was going to look at it and be like, yep, the surface level respect. That was the whole point of Snow White, the story. I knew, I could smell them.
If
The incest.
the evil queen is more beautiful than Snow White herself, what is the point of this
the
movie?
then?
As if that was the point of the... Yeah, it's okay, Disney. You can just cancel the film. We won't be mad.
It's okay. Can't
Peter
Peter
Dinklage
Dinklage
was hired to play the dwarf in Game of Thrones and then made sure no one else gets a similar opportunity. Can already predict Rotten Tomato scores. Critics 95%, audience 5%.
Dang.
I'm gonna say 2%.
My condolences to all the little people actors who were denied 7 roles in name of progress and tolerance.
Why are you looking at me? In the movie, they're called.
It's all CGI and they call it live action. Weird.
I'm sorry if I'm offended.
Next movie, Rapunzel will be bald. Peter Dinklage has
Not
succeeded.
anybody.
No little people allowed in Hollywood except himself. Evil Queen, who is more beautiful in the world? I told y'all.
You're you.
I'm rooting for the poison apple.
Dang, you gotta kill this bitch.
This one is funny.
I would say Snow White. It's Lord Farquaad. Yo, what the heck?
Okay, that deserves a like. I gotta find this.
I'm gonna choke on my Starburst.
So I can like that one comment.
Lord Farquaad origin story.
I got you, yeah.
Damn.
It's in the Discord.
Discord?
Yeah.
Almost a 10-to-1 dislike to like ratio. It's Hollywood, baby. This is why YouTube doesn't show downvotes.
Jeez.
Making the votes.
Moral of
more
the story:
CGI.
650.
Don't buy your mirror from Temu.
I need you to like that one too. I need you to like that one too. That's actually hilarious.
More of a story.
Don't buy your mirror from TV.
Okay.
So
Who else searched the trailer just to dislike it?
Wow.
yeah.
Damn.
Y'all, people have been talking about how much they don't like this for a while, but like we said, I don't see anything about it that warrants this.
Right, but it
Other than Laura Farquaad and Temu.
but it makes it hard to like your movie
Sounds
when
like
you go out of your way to make people not like you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. But see, the only person that's like directly referencing her interview stuff is this one, where it's like we're weird because they're quoting her and like trying to mock her.
right, but
I do think that it makes
some
it worse
people,
though.
but some people who are just disliking it because of the atmosphere surrounding it.
Yeah, I agree.
Not necessarily because the trailer's bad or
Mhm.
because they think the movie's gonna be bad, but you know, some people can't separate their brains from what they see and what they hear.
Mhm.
People would still have things to say. Like if it went, if like 7 people could have had the role of the dwarves,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and so that's just kind of messed up that they.
They declined it.
They just CG.
Yeah.
That's weird. And they don't even, it's not even, doesn't look good next to her, honestly, in my opinion.
Nah,
Dang,
this
that's
one gonna
gonna be-
upset Krista. Why
Dang.
Why does Snow White look like sloth looking?
Yikes.
Oh, can't unsee it. Can't unsee it.
Look like Sid.
Coming summer 2030, the Lion King starring the giraffe as Simba.
I'm not even finding the second comment. If you-
That mirror is broken.
Maybe
I
I'll
hope
stay
it was
blind.
has a
Oh,
warranty.
okay.
Anyway, yeah, let me get up on out of here. We'll catch you in the next one with some more Catered Chaos. Peace.
Bye.
Before you go, do you guys want to try to figure out the impasta is?
Pasta.
Yeah, we can do it a little after we switch back over.